Hey, what's up guys, TechTine here, and this is my REVVL 8 Pro Revisited review. So basically, I've been using this phone on and off for the past couple of months, over 3 months, and basically I have some new thoughts on this device. Now, this is sort of a T-Mobile exclusive phone, and this is basically their latest attempt at delivering a budget phone with somewhat of premium features. Now, months later, I do want to say some things. One of the first things that I do want to talk about is the design itself. And honestly, this is a simplistic design. It's not meant to be an eye catcher or do anything crazy. It's almost as if they really didn't put too much work in the design. I believe that the REVVL 7 Pro was designed a little bit better than the 8 Pro. Now, it's not all bad. It just doesn't seem like they put a lot of thought into the design aspect of it. Now, the back has a triple camera setup that is kind of placed in a weird manner. It's almost as if it's out of place, but like I said, that's just the design choice that T-Mobile go ahead and went with. And it has sort of two textures. One where it's on the most part of the back of the phone, which has this kind of matte finish that is still slippery, but then up at the top where the camera lenses are, it's kind of a glossy material, so keep that in mind. So the design, to be honest, is not really my favorite thing when it comes to this phone, and entirely it is made out of plastic, so keep that in mind. Now, the other thing that I want to discuss, and one of the things that I think that will be a big selling point for this device, is the large display. So this phone does have a 6.8-inch AMOLED display. It may not be the brightest display for this price point, but to be honest with you, getting an AMOLED display on almost a $299 device is such a steal. It does give 120 Hz refresh rate. It is at 2392 by 1080p, and the actual phone itself does have IP67 water and dust resistance. So the bezels themselves on this display are a little bit on the larger size. However, I feel like for the average consumer, they will definitely enjoy the experience behind this display. Okay, so next on my list have to be the actual performance of this device. So it uses a mid-range processor, so it's the Qualcomm Snapdragon 6 Gen 3, 8GB of RAM, 256GB of storage, which is nice. And honestly, it still to this day handles social media, web browsing, navigation, light gaming, but it's not really built for the heavy users. So demanding titles can run, but just don't expect it to have it at the highest settings. So definitely solid mid-range performance, not flagship level, and it's not really meant to be, but more than enough in my opinion for a lot of users. I did notice a couple of things though, and I don't think this has to do with the hardware, it's more so the software. It does glitch out and it does crash from time to time, so that's also something to keep in mind if you're in the market for this device. And another thing about the performance itself, it does have kind of a unique feature that is exclusive if you pair this phone with a T-Mobile service, like I guess the company wants you to do. So, and that is called T-Mobile's satellite service. Basically, it optimizes the satellites to provide better connectivity in areas without cell towers, meaning like rural travel, hiking, emergencies, road trips. You'll still have connectivity as long as T-Mobile satellites are working. So that's, I guess, something that is surprising, first of all, for a budget phone, and it's a cool feature to have. Now, here's the camera experience. The camera on here is okay. It does give us a 15 megapixel camera with optical image stabilization, 13 megapixel ultra wide, and a 32 megapixel front camera. The optical image stabilization is nice. It helps reduce blur in photos and takes some really nicely stabilized videos. Now, low light photography are acceptable, but that's where you'll start having issues with this device. So the camera is decent. It's not going to be the best. It works. And this phone, by the way, does support 33 watts of fast charging, and it does have 15 watts of wireless charging available. So wireless charging on a sub $300 phone is also a thumbs up. And it's a decent bonus, and it's actually fairly quick at wirelessly charging this device. Okay, so my final verdict when it comes to this phone is this. If we look at the pros, you get a good display, well, an excellent display for the price, a decent battery life, a decent camera system, wireless charging, IP67, the satellite connectivity support, which I think is going to be underrated, and at the end of the day, it is under the $300 price bracket. Now the cons to me are mainly within the design. I think it's boring. It doesn't really bring too much to it. And the software bugs and the crashes that I've been getting on this phone is not really that good. And I guess in a way, larger size phones are not for everyone. So this is almost kind of a pro, like an iPhone Pro Max size. So keep that in mind. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you leave a thumbs up. If you do have the REVVL 8 Pro, let me know how it works for you. But that's been my experience for the past couple of months. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will definitely catch you guys in the next one. Thank you all for watching.